Hi, everybody.
Hey, everyone.
Welcome to TFT.
Tarot for today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee.
How's everyone?
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to our show.
Hope everybody is doing okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's new, Mr. O? He's been busy.
Yes, I've been busy, but it's not necessarily fruitful.
What? Yes, it has been. He's been making promos for some upcoming thing in the new year.
We're doing something in the new year?
Yeah. And then he was doing a nice, can't I promo the other one?
Sure.
A nice holiday greeting that will go out soon. So, good job, Mr. O.
Thank you, Angel.
Mr. O looks so professional for once. No. He knows how to do it.
So hi to everybody. I see lots of folks there. So hey, everybody. Thanks for coming today.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm kind of have a different deck in here today other than the cat decks, but we're going to use my cat wisdom cards again for the collective, if you want to show that. You got the cards all the way over there because of the cats. Oh, we had Shadow up here a little while ago, but she has left the room.
Yes, I'm going to try to be more festive, Merwin. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you. I've got my little tiara on, sorta, headband, whatever you want to call it.
I've just ordered a new beret that is red and green.
Oh,
no, I didn't. I don't think I have one like that.
There may be some other headgear in the near future. We'll see. Here you go, Mr. O. Pick one. Doesn't matter, upright or reversed. All the same with the kitty cats. Fear. Fear.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
They have some scares.
Sometimes fear can be healthy.
Hi, Teresa.
Teresa, welcome. Hope things are going okay for you.
So tell us about fear.
I will. It's very short.
All right. Good.
It's only natural to be afraid when faced with a difficult decision or a new obstacle. Try to calm your mind by doing something relaxing, and the fear will soon subside.
Very nice.
And you know, we have some scaredy cats in this household, don't we?
We do.
All right. I can take that.
I do wear some red and green together around the holidays. Just once in a while, like at work. I used to have for years an incredibly bright green sweater. And I guess for years and years, I thought I looked really cool when I wore it. Little did I know that one of my friends said that it was obvious proof I was colorblind. And that this friend told a few other friends of mine who for years believed I actually was colorblind because they said that in snark. Well, I guess this person always was snarky, so everybody figured that they were telling the truth. I'm not colorblind. I do like bright green sometimes.
So, that's good to hear, Teresa. I saw your note there. I'm glad to hear that.
Good.
So far, so
Thank
good.
You.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the decks that I've got right now. I have the Grimalkin Tarot again today, the cat themed tarot by MJ Cullinan, and here is the Wheel of Fortune in that deck. Gina, you still have power? How is the storm over by you?
Yes, we were thinking about you as we watched the news.
Looked like a nightmare in some parts.
Okay, so that's the Wheel of Fortune from the Grimalkin.
From the Grimalkin. And then I have again the Cat's Eye Tarot that I had for many years.
Of course you can, Teresa.
Never used. Oh, absolutely, Teresa. We'll get you you're on the list. Here is the cute Page of Wands from that deck.
And that's the Cat's Eye?
Cat's Eye Tarot.
I like that one.
Yeah. I don't know why I never used it much.
It's a little whimsical, yeah.
But it is out again.
A big whiff of nothing. Oh, talk to the Banshee. Every time the snowman says, boo, she's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Well, some parts look bad out east, I will say. finally, the other deck I'm using today is Mr. O Picks on Me.
Oh, that's not picking.
Is this new deck I found, the Young Witch Tarot deck, which is really made for kids in a way. I'll explain in a minute. The artwork's by Natalie Meraki and the poetry's by Bob Smithies, but it's basically a Rider-Waite style deck. The cards are very thin, but they're all plastic. It's like a plastic finish. So needless to say, they shuffle well, but they are very slippery. And the other good thing about this deck is each one has a poem. Perhaps you want to read the one for Temperance as you show that.
Temperance is a virtue. It's being in control. Maintain a healthy lifestyle. Let that be your goal.
I really like this deck.
It's cute. I like it. It's very whimsical.
It comes with a fairly substantial booklet. It looks like it's all upright interpretations, and it's definitely made for a younger crowd, but I like some of the readings in here. There's a few readings. And also at the back, there's a little quiz for the young witches learning the tarot.
Okay, is this like too young for a certain young witch we know, or is it just about right?
It's perfect.
Ah,
It's more than perfect. And the other thing here is that I'm trying to find it. This is really comical. There's some correspondences in the back. There's this quiz, and there's a word search. I have not ever seen a word search in a tarot booklet.
That's very cute.
So it's really cute. I highly recommend this, but it is a little pricey because it's self-published, but it's a lot of fun.
So I have decks too today, Banshee.
Well, what could it be, Mr. O?
I have the Ancestral Paths Tarot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the Star. And then I have Paul Hewson's Dame Fortuna. That's the Knave of Cups. I like this one. And then I have the English Magic Tarot. I'm sorry, I keep saying Old English, but it's English Magic Tarot. And that's the Queen of Swords. And I brought the Mermaid Tarot just in case, but we don't have to bring it out
just in case.
Just in case.
Also,
right.
I'm using the Holiday, the Christmas Lenormand again. I might switch out some of the cards that I can switch. But I'm not doing it yet. I'm using the same ones I used. And look what I picked to show. The card that kept coming up for us.
Oh, my goodness. This was on Thursday. It was like everybody's Lenormand had a key. Like, okay, this is what you want to pay attention to.
Yeah, I think it was just trying to drive the point home. So a little later on, I will discuss another deck I got from these people, which is a little off color. It's kind of a humor tarot deck, but the humor can be a little bit, I don't know. It might trigger some people. It's, depends on your sense of humor. But I found a few cards in there, and it's definitely got some dirty cards for sure. But I got a couple cards I'll show later because I think they're kind of comical, and it's called the Mood Tarot. I will just show the box, and it says it's a disgustingly relatable tarot deck. Whatever that means.
I know, and we were having some giggles with these. Hi! We had some giggles with these, and it'll be very interesting. We really need to start doing a couple more shows about highlighting some collections.
Well, I'll be retired soon.
I appreciate you stopping in before you're off on your day. Thank you, E.T.
Hey, good to see you, E.T. I'm hanging in there.
So let's get going.
All right, so that's a no there. Yes, we're going to get going with the list right now. We have Bonita, Libra Cusp, Kimbobulated, Josephine, Merwin, Divine You, Angel Rivera, My Sweet Christina, Teresa, and Gina.
Yes, making a deck has been an on and off thought for many years, decades even. We're not especially skilled artisans, but we do know several art people. Some are in our family, some are friends we know.
Hey, you too, esoterics, absolutely. And you know what, my sweet Christina, the artwork, if you look at the tarot, I had to overlay images onto that banner on YouTube. Those images that I overlaid on TFT Tarot for Today on our YouTube channel are images from our friend's tarot deck. He just had his own deck he made for himself,
Very
and he
private
let us
edition.
use the images. The only problem is a lot of those images were very racy ones.
Clothing optional.
Clothing optional. So I had to pick and choose certain cards that I knew would be okay to use.
But yeah, we've thought about doing a deck, so yeah, who knows? And I do have a green screen. I haven't figured out all the whys and wherefores of it. I'm hoping to use it in some video projects, which of course Banshee mentioned earlier, that I've been excitedly working on a new platform, the Adobe Premiere.
He's learning it before me, and I'm the one who brought it in.
But let's face it, I'm the person that I sort of open it up and just try to figure it out on my own. I don't usually look at the lesson plan.
Well, neither do I, but I've been doing some of the guided exercises.
Yeah, I don't even do that.
Well,
But you've
don't
seen what
have
I've been able to put together, so...
No, he's doing great. I don't have the...
it's fun.
What's the word? I don't have the background in that yet. I'm just going to be learning that stuff, you know.
Who knows?
So. Oh, definitely.
Okay, so is that our question from Benita? She was first, I think, right?
Yeah, and you know what else? Actually, once I retire, I am looking to collaborate with people on projects. Absolutely. I've got a couple of book ideas in mind, and a tarot is not out of the question.
Yep.
So let's just say
We're
I
kind
am
of
ready to
organic.
branch out.
Yep.
So
Okay.
this deck I'm using, well, let's start with it, why don't we? It is Bonita is first.
Right,
Hey,
there you have the
Sonali,
question.
I'll get you on the list.
And there's already a question.
Okay, okay.
Couple up. There you go.
Okay. Let's start with a yes, no.
Sure.
Hopefully these will count well. They're very slippery, I caution you. Do it over the table, Mr. O.
Is this that mood deck?
Yeah, no, this is the poetry deck.
The poetry deck, okay. Hi, Sonali.
Yeah, I've got you on the list, Sonali. You're at the bottom, so it's going to be a while. So we've got a lot of people. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You'd be number 11, and we're doing our first reading right now.
Oh, these shuffle very well, too.
Yeah, but they're slippery. That's
A
what I'm
little
saying.
bit, but
You'll
I'm
see.
good with them, actually. But they are a little slippery. Alrighty,
Okay.
there you go. So count them.
Yep.
Okay, so we received justice soon regarding the situation, Florida, the pending financial situation.
Well, it's leaning towards yes. That's the good news,
Yep.
Bonita.
Although we always say this is a snapshot in time, and there's no absolute absolutes, but
The card that decides it is the Seven of Cups, and just in this case, I'll read the poem on it. I'm rather confused by it all. So many choices to make. What if I'm right, but maybe I'm wrong? Not sure which one to take. And so I think, with you getting this card in this reading, it sounds like you will get justice, but I wonder if, I don't know, is this a court case? Is this somewhere where somebody might try to make a compromise with you in some way or try to work out a certain deal? Because it sounds like you may have some choices or decisions to make here.
right, it's very possible that maybe the settlement, if it's some sort of settlement, ends up being a little bit more of a compromise, that maybe you decide because there's a certain absolutism about this, like that finally the denouement may indicate that you're through with this, even if you're accepting less. and that you may have to agree to that, or you may decide to agree to that, but that mostly you will feel that sense of justice.
Yeah,
you're getting it over
I
with.
actually think it's going to work out. I
And
don't even know.
in a lot of ways, this card could also be said, regardless of the poem, but
Right.
the poem's right,
Right.
is that you're kind of going to move on from this point, and that maybe you're going to move from this, wondering to finding a focus. So there you go.
Okay.
Are we good?
After I do the Lenormand, we're good.
Why, of course.
Well, what's going to come out first this time? Should I even guess? I'm not going to. Let's see. Okay. Wow. I think there's going to be a successful conclusion, Benita. You have the fireplace card, which is the sun, and you have the Yule log, which is the coffin. And to me, this means I think it's going to come to a satisfactory conclusion. It may not be everything you've wanted, but I think that you're going to be satisfied in the end. You'll figure you're done with it.
Well, as the sun, that sort of indicates to me good fortune in
Right.
general.
Right.
It indicates maybe light on something, something clearing up for you, a problem, or just a sense of knowledge you needed to know. And so, like Banshee says, the coffin says it's shutting
Yep.
on what was, and that this is what's coming. So I think the conclusion, I mean, that's what it means, I guess, is that too. So I agree with Banshee.
We're going to leave it at that because I think this is a perfect place to end it. I think it looks good. I think
You'll have to let us know.
yeah, you'll have to let us know. I'm sure you're going to get some kind of justice out of this. Whether it ends up being everything or it ends up being some type of compromise, I guess that remains to be seen. But that's what we have for you, Benita. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
And Libra, what's coming towards you? Okay. One of yours?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to use my Dame Fortune.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you had no trouble shuffling them because when I was mixing them up in the beginning, like I
I thought
always
they were
do
good.
before we start, I was dropping cards all over the place.
And you're welcome, Benita. Thank you. Prior to starting tarot for today, so prior to last August of 2019, the Dame Fortune deck was the deck I mostly read from for friends or for other people. It was kind of like my current reading deck. And I go through reading decks until they're pretty much done or something happens to them. But now I can share with all the other decks that I've collected and read within varying degrees. So that no one deck is going to get worn out ahead of time. Clever. And yeah, so here in Detroit area, it's colder. It's in the 30s or 40-ish, but no snow. But it's just dreary. It's
we're going to have days ahead with no snow, but I wonder if we're ever going to see the sun. I'm getting kind of tired of the gloom.
Yeah.
One more. All right.
And if you're looking for financial or prosperity advice, you can tune into Banshee's Material Matters, which was earlier today on our
Thanks
YouTube
for everybody
channel.
who stopped by. Really appreciate it.
And
Yeah.
okay, the first card here is the Three of Coins reversed.
Okay.
I'll put there. And then we have the Nine of Wands upright. And then we have the Nine of Cups upright.
Oh, so we got two nines, and they're kind of. That's a very interesting combination, Libra Cusp. Do you want to go first? I have an idea already, but I'd let you go if you want.
Well, that Nine of Cups obviously means something pleasing happening, or that even it's possibly your wish. It could very well be that there's a little bit of a back and forth here. There's like maybe the idea that you or someone isn't quite satisfied with some of the work you do, whether it's outside of the home or not, or that you feel like you need to be noted more for that, or to be helped more or supported more. But at the same time, you sort of realize like this work is yours, but something changes the tide a little bit, in my opinion. It may be some fortunate luck.
Well, Libra Cusp, all I can say is looking at that combination of cards, it just stood out to me right away, seeing that 9 of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles. You know, you're struggling, and well, actually all of it. It seems to me that you have been through some struggles to try to attain a particular goal. Maybe it's getting recognition from others, getting something that you feel you deserve, you know, that you've been struggling hard. And, you know, this is something you've been really desiring for a long time. So it feels like the struggle continues, is all I'm saying. Is you're just expecting, or you can expect, I think, you know, coming soon, what's coming at you is a little bit more of the same right now. I feel like there's still some struggles to attaining what you desire, but you know what? Just seeing that 9 of Cups here makes me think that it's within reach, that maybe all the struggle will be worth it in the long haul if you stick with it.
Right. I'm likening it more to good luck, but I think it really is more easier seen as the outcome of hard work. And I think the only difference with Banshee I really see is that I sort of think that this could just be the lack of support. It may not be the lack of praise, but the lack of support. But I don't know that Banshee disallows for that either.
Right.
So, you know.
I'm thinking even financial, you know, like not getting...
That too, yeah.
Or whatever. In whatever case it is, you're not getting what you feel you deserve. I mean,
True,
even
true.
if it's in a relationship.
Now hold on for that Lenormand, Libra.
2, 2, 2. Well, we have to do it right now. Because Father Time is here.
Father Time, which is also known as the Scythe, right? The Scythe, yeah. And he does have that. And then the partridges, which are the birds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if there are people that are talking you down or interfering in some way with your goals, that's going to like end, because we got the Psyche there. That's what Father Time is in this deck. And so I think it's time to cut out chatter too. You know, maybe the other thing this is trying to say is, you know, don't just talk to people about what your goals, your dreams, your desires are, or how hard you've been working at it. Just keep putting out the hard work. Let the work speak for itself. Let's cut out the chatter. There's no need for that. Let your work on your goals speak for itself.
Well, just as I felt that maybe there was some possible good luck coming to you, or more likely the reward is coming to you, I also feel too that this Scythe is just saying, with the birds, is just saying you're going to nip some gossip in the nip it in the bud. That's what they say, right?
Yep,
that just maybe there's going to be some idle talk around you, your family, your friends, whoever, and you're going to kind of just delay that, you know, by either telling them what they really need to know or just telling them where it's really at. So maybe that's the stroke of good luck too, is just really kind of, despite, you know, all the objections, you really are going to stand up. So there you go. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. All month long.
All month long. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Weather's been crazy. We've been really lucky so far. I'm knocking on wood. I'm not going to have any bad weather to go to the doctor in next week. I have a doctor's appointment. And my workplace, I have to get there on Tuesday because it's my retirement party day. So I have to be there, and that's my usual work day in the office. Because they got me a gift, and I had to leave it there and not open it till the party day. So, that's coming.
Hi, Angel Mary.
All right. Hey, Combobulated, you are up.
They've already given us their question.
You've got the question. Okay, that's great. Let me get Angel Mary on there if they want to be. But
and we're fine.
You're down the list a little bit, Angel Mary. So we're on Combobulated, and then Josephine, Merwin, Divine You, Angel Rivera. my sweet Christina, Teresa, Gina, Sonali, and Angel Mary.
We're going to use your deck?
Yes, I have it up.
Alrighty.
Okay. Let's see what we got, Kim.
Sounds interesting.
Oh,
Wishing you luck,
thanks,
nonetheless.
Esoterics. It's, I'll get through it. I'm ready. It's just all the darn paperwork and frustrations now that I have to deal with. The joys of a limited income and many bills to pay. Here we go.
That's right. She didn't let me retire. I knew I was kind of getting kicked out the door where I worked at.
Well, similar situation, but different.
Yeah, well, I just kind of knew it really was the time to leave. I had been thinking I was going to leave for a while. I had a toxic workplace. I just really couldn't wait to get out of there. But I also knew I was going to be working again, too.
Yeah, I may end up doing that, but I'm not going to do it right away because I got to get some things tucked away here and give the business a shot and see how we do. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, esoterics.
It may be a different job market for you guys over there, Kim. Right now it does seem like there's more opportunity, but I don't know if the opportunities are really worth it. A lot of things seem very entry level over here for a lot of people.
All right.
Not all entirely. It just depends, I guess.
All right, let's see what we have.
I see that, E.T.
Wow, everything's reversed. How did this happen?
Uh-oh.
But let's take a look at this. We have Temperance reversed. We have the Lovers reversed. And then we have and they're all major arcana. And these were not in any order. I almost want to see what my next card was. Yeah, it's the Three of Cups reversed. So that's interesting. Temperance reversed is just showing I don't know, maybe are you a little bit stressed about this job interview? Showing a little bit of stress and, you just got to kind of take it easy, It's not the end of the world either way. There will be other opportunities. So just try not to stress out over it and just put your best foot forward would be my advice there. Do you want to talk about that one first?
Well, I sort of had a flash. I don't know if I should say this, but it was just a flash. And my flash is mostly based on the Lovers and Temperance as a composite, was that maybe they already think they have somebody in mind. It's just a feeling I have. So in other words, that would mean that you would have to really show them something special because it looks that way, like they've already kind of decided something and it's contrary to you. But it is a chance. It just may be a chance that there's something dubious about the full reverse too. I'm not exactly sure. But I guess you want to jump in again?
Well, I don't know. I see what he's saying there a little bit, but yeah. Wait a minute. What is that other one? The Lovers reversed. They may have made a decision or they may have somebody in mind and might be going through the motions. So they have to, I'll just say I know workplaces that have done that. And the Fool reversed indicates to me something else too, that maybe there's some kind of risks associated with this job or taking this job. You risk something by taking the job, and I'm not sure what it is, whether it's another opportunity that might be better that could come along.
Well, I was going to say something similar like that, just maybe for some reason it's not worth it or there's something there.
Yeah.
And of course, when you said that, then I thought okay, so maybe it's further commuting than you want, or maybe you'll have to dress a certain way, so you'll have to do something with your wardrobe, things like that kind of thing. Like there's just sort of things about it that just don't really fit for you or don't feel as good,
You see, besides the Lovers, meaning that maybe they have already made their choice. They might be choosing someone else. This might be a sign that maybe you need to make a different choice because of risks involved or something that you do not know about this job. So I don't know what it could be. I mean, it just seems kind of strange to me.
The only thing
they're all major arcana and they're all reversed.
The only thing I really feel about the Temperance reversed is that you might have to really show something different to them. And I don't know if that's different for you. Like you have to really just sort of stretch yourself and play a part that you're not used to playing. And I don't know how I feel about that, that promising you're something else at a job interview that you're not is usually not a good idea. But it almost feels like you're compelled to maybe do something differently, something a little more risky just in that.
So you have had some interviews, you just haven't heard back from them yet. So I wonder if something else isn't going to come through too. But by all means, you should check this out and, go with what you got to go with.
Because Tarot's a snapshot in time, and I don't feel this is like destiny here. I just sort of feel like there's just these influences going on. Let's see what Lenormand tells us.
Indeed. Aww.
Okay, I'm glad we have your question, Teresa, so we will get to that at the
Yeah, I didn't mention that yet, Teresa. If we lose you, yeah.
And Gingerbread is...
the park.
The park.
I don't know why. And maybe they were out of ideas. And the kitten is the dog in this deck. But I also have a dog. I'll probably be bringing that one out soon.
So this was first?
Yeah. So I wonder here. So if this opportunity did not come to you through somebody that you know, or that somebody that you know is connected with the job or gave you this tip to go there, there may be something else coming from your community of friends or associates, some other offer or tip on a opportunity.
Yeah, I sort of feel like that either there's something that corroborates this experience, like maybe you know a person in that general network there, and maybe that person would speak up for you. But I also think it's more likely that maybe there is some supportive friend who might have another idea for you or more networking that would help you. I'm thinking it's more likely that.
Yeah, that's what I have. Well, good luck.
Good luck, Kim.
Because, the tarot, like I said, nothing's perfect. It just gives you something to mull about. So also, if something just doesn't seem right that you hear there, then maybe you'll think about this reading. But that's all. I mean, it's just, we'll see what happens.
Sometimes
keep us posted.
I've had to take jobs I knew I really wasn't going to like, and, was lucky to be able to find another job. But, it does happen sometimes.
So Josephine's got her question out there. Right. And then Merwin's next after Josephine. And then Divine You, Angel Rivera, My Sweet Christina, Teresa, Gina, Sonali, and Angel Mary.
Okay, I'm going to use the
English... Huge law firm, eh? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Well, definitely keep us posted.
I see. Yeah. Right. So I'm going to use the English Magic Tarot for Josephine's question.
Okay.
What were my spirit guides trying to communicate to me after I saw JB's initials after dreaming of him? So what was the message? What were they trying to tell you? Excuse me. It almost looks like there's snow out there on the ground, but that's just the glare from the windows.
Nope, all the snow is gone.
Greenish, yeah.
A lot of it's gone.
No snow.
Well, we didn't get a ton of it, and
we
it
didn't.
Stayed in the 40s a lot last week, so.
But it made you chicken out of driving.
Well, yeah, I did. I got to stay home. Well, my boss was the one who suggested it, so I was happy.
I'm sure.
She was.
Okay, 3 cards. You have the Chariot. Whoops. Reversed. You have a Page of Cups upright.
And a Page of Swords.
You have
pages.
a Page of Swords
Boy,
reversed.
We've been getting a lot of pages lately.
Yeah, we get a lot of pages, and so it's interesting.
Last week, too. So, Page of Swords reversed and Page of Cups upright. And the Chariot.
And the Chariot.
So, what message from Spirit Guides? I think,
It may be that there's a direction here that hasn't really become clear to you, and I'm wondering if the Spirit Guides think like there is an actual fork in the road for you on what this means and what you should do about it. Like I sort of see that there's a sort of dis-ease about really moving ahead there, but then on the other hand, I sort of feel like there's an idea that it's more about your preparation. So maybe you sort of feel like if you were more prepared with this matter, then you could actually do something. But right now you sort of feel like maybe you don't have that control.
yeah, this is kind of a tough one for me, but I absolutely see what you say there. I feel that maybe this is not a time to make a move on this at all. There's something emotional here for sure. The Page of Cups. There's something, you know what, the Page of Cups almost indicates to me, kind of about a message from a dream in a way. Isn't that like the card?
That's true. That's a good way of looking at it.
That's almost like the message of the dream is to slow down or take it slow in any decisions that you have to make in regards to JB.
To me,
Is that the initials?
Yeah, to me, this page was either the messenger or the spirit guide or the quality of the dream, and that the Chariot and the Page of Swords represent aspects of this message, which are basically slow down or something has to be approached differently. It sort of looks like there's a skill level involved, or there's a diplomacy needed. Maybe there's a certain tact. Maybe there's a way of approach that you haven't been able to do. If it's about approaching this person or the situation, your thoughts about that are just not exactly what's needed. Maybe they're really driving them away, or maybe they're just creating a disconnect in this thing. So I guess we don't know anymore.
Well, I feel that there's just, I think the message from the dream is to be cautious, in the decision that you make. Slow down. Don't move fast on this, because the Chariot's kind of a card of stopping.
Bye, E.T., and thanks for coming in.
Take care.
Appreciate that, and I'm sure we'll see you again.
Yes, we will.
Have fun, whatever you do.
Well, I think this might also indicate the guides might be telling you, okay, again, that's news, which is almost like a message coming to you, Josephine. And we have the stork there. And the stork can be obviously about birth, something new, or a change. There might be some change that's going on with JB here.
It's interesting because these are both like news coming to you and or news about new things happening. So I'm wondering if maybe this is really just saying, wait a little bit, slow down, because something is coming to
Something's
you, more
changing.
news. Something's changing. So it may be a matter of just trying to see what that is.
There's a shift here with something, and I'm not sure if it's with JB. It probably is, I think, and it's just saying...
Oh, that's interesting, yeah.
What? What?
What you just said. I just think that's interesting.
I saw you looking intently at the cards, and I thought you saw something. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I'm not getting anything more than that, but it does seem to me like this represents
There's something
a
new.
shift. Yeah,
so in other words, if this is somebody who is backed out of your life and is coming back into your life, this is just saying this person is undergoing some change or transformation right now, I think. I do.
Alrighty. So that's what we have.
That's what we have for you, Josephine. Good luck with that.
And Divine, we did not call your name. Sorry.
Nope, but you're coming up.
And
right now
hi, Isabie. Hold your question for now because we have a list and we're working through
These
it.
are yours.
Whoops.
All right.
So we'll get to you in a little bit.
I'll add you to the list, but you're at the bottom. We have a list, Isabie. All right. But you're welcome to watch, whatever the case may be. Merwin, we've got your question. Divine You will be after that. And then Angel Rivera, my sweet Christina, Teresa, Gina, Sonali, Angel Mary, and Isabie.
And you're welcome.
All right. So, and thanks, Gina. Yes, it is a cat-friendly tree. None of the ornaments can come off.
Kim said something about the tree, too.
Oh, I thought it was Gina. I love the Christmas tree between you.
Oh, I thought that was Kim. Oh, well. Never mind. I see, because they're both purple.
Oh, and you know what? I just realized I got to change my chat.
Okay, so we have Josephine's question, and we have your deck for that.
Yes, we do. Well, Josephine, we just did. It's
I'm
Merwin. Are you paying? Okay. Still struggling to get cable. All right. Should I continue to fight with Comcast or go with AT&T? The devil with one, the devil with the other. Well, how do we want to do this? Do we want to just say should continue to fight with Comcast? Let's see what that says.
Continue to fight with Comcast?
Yeah,
That's like a masochist game. I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't believe they're doing this to you. It's really, but I shouldn't be surprised. I've had my own issues with them over the years.
You're welcome. We'll see you later. You'll have to check this out. We're doing this at around the 40-minute mark of being here. So if you're looking for it, we're about 40 minutes in when we did your reading, Merwin. Boy, that is such a good question. Did you say we were going to try a yes or no? Or, well, actually, we can't, can we? Because we're sort of thinking at both of those options.
Mr. O is hallucinating from bark withdrawal. We still have some
if only.
bark, but
if only.
He's been
what are you, a
plowing
pusher?
through it.
Are you a pusher? Are you like giving me drugs? They are addictive.
The
I
bark
would
is
eat them all
fantastic.
much faster than her. And you know what's really weird about them is I always tell her, well, I don't really like chocolate that much. I like, sugary candies because, they're low fat and chocolate's higher fat. But I sure do like that bark.
Yes,
Alrighty.
he does.
Thank you.
All right.
So is this like part one of the question?
Maybe. Well, should you stop fighting? Isn't that what we said? Should you stop fighting with Comcast, right? Continue, or should you continue to fight with Comcast, or go with AT&T? And actually, that's the way I did think of it, right?
Is that how you thought of it?
Yep.
Because that Four of Swords is appropriate then.
Is it?
Well, it's reversed.
I thought it would mean, well, I thought continuing the fight would be that way, meaning don't move anywhere. This is movement, so I'm not sure.
No, this is saying take it up a drive. It's like maybe you really haven't
exactly.
really been doing all you can do. Like maybe you've been just sort of lulled into sleep by evil Comcast.
No, but I see what he's saying here, and actually I was thinking that when I saw where this was headed. So it's saying you should keep working with Comcast, but you're going to have to go take it steps further. The Four of Swords is the deciding card here, and it's reversed, and it's indicating that you've got to do something. You have to do it. Whether it's talking to somebody else, it's like you have to get somebody higher up's attention and just say, do you want my business or not? Yes or no. I can't wait any longer. How soon can you get here? I needed you here yesterday. This is me. You want me to go do it for you?
Yeah, that's really what it sounds like.
It sounds like
no way to put it better.
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I don't really have a lot else to say. It just, to me, it's like you absolutely need to keep fighting with Comcast about this. Continue the fight, as you say. And that it may be that, to me, you haven't really awoken to what you can do. So there is possibilities there. Maybe you just don't really know, and so maybe you have to think about it more or talk to other people and see.
It's a pain trying to get through to anybody there.
It is true.
It is a pain.
But maybe there is something else you can do. That's kind of what it's telling me, is that there is something else there.
Well, let's see what the Lenormand will add to that.
I was doing a lot of work earlier today, Isaby, on my kind of crafting, which is mostly working with computer graphics and video. So I'm hoping to show that soon. Okay, your Lenormand, Merwin, you have the greeting card, which is like the letter, right?
Yep.
And then you have the home, which is the home. So
I think you're going to get news from them soon. Or, you know, maybe this is also just reinforcing what we said. You know, maybe you have to put something down in writing. And
oh, there's a thought.
You know, it's one way or another here, but I get the feel when I first saw that card combination that a message is coming to you. So one way or another, you're going to be able to sort this out, whether they can do the work or whether they can't.
I don't know if this is possible for you, but maybe you could find out if there are any simple legal things you can do. I don't want you to consult a lawyer unless they're free, but maybe a library type person or resource might show you if there's any legal thing you might be able to do. Maybe you have to put something in writing to Comcast to get some energy going. It sort of came to me that something in writing, whether it's legal or quasi-legal, might be helpful.
Okay, and that's what we have for you, Merwin.
So good luck with that, Merwin. I know that's very important to you, and I wish you all the luck with that.
So let's see, we are on Divine You next. And before I get started with Divine You, I thought I'd just share a couple of the cards I can share from the Mood Tarot deck. And I picked all swords because they're kind of pithy and funny. Let's look at that Three of Swords. Upright, it says, I hate mom. But reversed, it says, I love mom.
Isn't it wild?
The Nine of Swords, which is usually about worries, sometimes worries that you put upon yourself needlessly. Read what that says there, Mr. O.
Did I leave the oven on? And of course, that means needless worry.
Right. Sometimes we keep ourselves awake, you know, for no good reason.
This is something I can really relate to, but not necessarily for the reasons you may think.
And then finally, the dreaded Ten of Swords.
Yes, that good old Ten of Swords. So classic. Wait, what's that? I'm only mostly dead.
So those are the cards in this goofy deck. But some of them are really kind of, like I said, pushing the envelope of civility with me a little bit. So, but I
I'm
like
not sure
the concept.
how many are in front of you, but I know that there's no way to calculate how long that takes because we're just kind of gabby that way.
And it's free.
So, and it is free.
So, Divine You, we've got your question. Angel Rivera, My Sweet Christina, Teresa, Gina, Sonali, Angel Mary, and Isaby.
So you're the fifth one from here, Sonali.
Yep.
Okay, so Divine You.
Yep. And is it my turn? Your deck.
It's my turn.
Yep. Oh.
Well then, I'm going to use the Ancestral Paths Tarot.
Hi, Zahira. I will add you to the list if you want a reading, but it is kind of a longer list, so you're going to be at the bottom of that. We think we can get to you.
And you're welcome, Sonali.
All right. There. So how much more struggle do you have? Are you talking about the job situation or just in general?
It sounds like in general.
In general, okay. Let's see.
And you're welcome, Zahira. Thank you for coming. And hey, everybody, if you haven't done so, please like us. Please subscribe. Get notifications if you like. We are on twice a week. So our next time on is next Thursday at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. And also during the week, we have other content, such as I have a show about the emotional life. And thank you, Angel, for visiting recently there. Appreciate hearing that. And then on Sunday mornings, mine's on Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard. Banshee has one that's sort of the opposite. It's more about material matters in your life, and that's on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we would like that if you did that. Thank you. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, the first card is the Five of Cups. Upright. The second card is the Eight of Cups. Upright. Are staves wands?
Yes.
The King of Staves or Wands reversed. So, you know, life is a struggle often, and we often look at the things we have lost, the opportunities that have passed us by, you know, the very struggles that we have to take, you know, in account day after day. But we often don't realize some of the real joys and pleasures we've had in life as well. And so you have to realize sometimes the good and the bad, you know, they may not always seem like they balance out, but there is kind of a balance that's going on here. But sometimes also, I'm going to combine that with the Eight, and then I'll let you go ahead. Sometimes also, we have to create our own happiness. We have to go in search of what really makes us happy. You know, it may not be, you know, present in the life you're living now. If there's dissatisfaction, maybe it's time to move on in certain areas of your lives and open the doors to different opportunity.
Well, I think these two cards do go together, and I think that it's very similar to what Banshee said, that life just really does have pluses and minuses, and that we're meant to sort of resolve some of those or come to terms with it. If not, we may decide that we should change course and move on, which is kind of what that Eight of Cups are.
Yeah.
And so sometimes it's always mostly the quest about a fulfillment that's within our hearts. It may be material, but it may be informed by our true deep feelings for other people or for our lives or for people in our lives. So we want that balance like Banshee's talking about.
Right. And I wonder if that King of Wands here is not talking about the fact that maybe this does have something to do with your work or your what's the word? God, I can't think. Career life, you know, not being where you want to be right now, not being in control of, you know, the situation is really playing a lot into this.
Yes, and it may very well be that is a large part of it, that you feel you have not been able to effect some really strong qualities you have. And that maybe some of this is just because there are certain things that are stacked against you, which could be what these represent, you know, just the opportunities that you do feel you lose, or the opportunities that you are forced to pursue to better yourself. So I give you that. I give you that some of that's there. I don't want to necessarily infer that it's just because of your gender, though I often feel that for what you're involved in, or for a lot of women who are in management or who are in certain occupations, that there still is a glass ceiling for them. And so women try harder to be better and to be more knowledgeable, but they don't always get to have the same sense of control that they would like to have. That sometimes it still is up, their sense of control is still up to somebody else, a gatekeeper. Sorry.
No, you did fine.
Okay.
I was just trying to keep a thought in my head, though, and I may have lost it, but it's really about that King of Wands again. You know, in relation to the other cards, you know, make sure that what you're seeking, you know, in your work environment and in your career focus is really attractive to you on a heart level. In other words, that you're really into what you are doing, because maybe the part of the problem is reconciling it that as well. Are you really happy doing what you're doing? Is there something else you'd rather be doing? Or are you dwelling at just some of the difficulties you've faced, you know, on your path to getting exactly what you want? So I feel that, you know, try not to, you know, we have to love what we do, because we spend a heck of a lot of years on it. Hey, I've been in my profession for 45 years, you know, in one form or another. It's a long investment. So make sure that, you know, you have the satisfaction level that you need.
Well, I'm also getting the sense from this card too that you would be best suited, or would like to feel you would be best suited, if you were somewhat independent in terms of what your work or career or occupation is, that you didn't necessarily have responsibility for what a lot of other people did, that you could kind of either, if they were in your domain, you could trust them to do what they did, or other systems were in place to make sure that you want to sort of have a sense of being a freer spirit in that regard, and that you want to just develop your own creativity and or the other things in your life on your own terms.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I'm looking at these two Lenormand cards that I drew, Divine You, and the first one is the Child, and the second one is the Mountain. And I have the feeling that this kind of ties into everything here with dissatisfaction, that you feel you have put in a lot, you know, a lot of effort and stuff for very little gain. You know, it just seems like you're constantly moving mountains, you know, that there's always another hurdle, another mountain to climb, you know, before you make any progress. And I sense the stress there, you know, so...
Right, the mountains are about struggle, and yet what I see, though, is that you always really want to move beyond the mountains or beyond what is known, you know, so that's an allegory or an illusion. And so that is your nature in a way, that despite this all, you are going to keep persevering. It's probably one of the best things about you, the thing that makes you more or less a king. It just would be better, in my opinion now, what I'm feeling is that if you didn't have to be largely connected to a lot of other people's destinies, if you could just really have control over a lot of your own aspects and not have to do this other kind of stuff.
Well, you know, sometimes we're tied into the jobs that we're tied into, and there's not a lot of things you can do about that. So where else in your life can you find this joy? Is it in a hobby? Is it in, you know, maybe a business venture based off of a hobby or something you do well? You know, is there some kind of groups or organizations, social, that you can belong to, that you could feel, you know, that could just bring joy to you? So think about other ways in your life, you know, if you're not getting the satisfaction from your work life, then to try to find it somewhere else. Seek something higher. I really think that's the key here to the question you asked.
Well, we hope so.
Yeah, that's what we have.
So take care.
And let's see, Angel Rivera, you are up. And after Angel is my sweet Christina, Teresa, Gina, Sonali, Angel Mary, Isabi, and Zahira. Well, you know what? Find a hobby. Find something you're interested in, and or any organizations or social groups you'd like to help out. Volunteer, whether it's environmental, if you have a love for the planet or earth, if you love to go out in nature, do more walking and hiking. There's just so many possibilities. I mean, it just depends on who you are and your interests.
It'll take a while because you have to really kind of bring yourself to thinking that way. Right now, your focus is very direct there. And so, it'll just take a while. You'll have to meditate more about it.
You're welcome, Divine You.
You're very welcome.
Take care.
You stay blessed, too.
I can use one of the cat ducks, Angel. Speak ahead. All right.
Nothing happens overnight. We've been reading for how many years before we decided to do this?
Well, we did do some of this before.
But not like this.
Not like this.
No.
And he's been on social media for a long time, but never would he have thought of doing something like this.
6 years.
It took our son, Mr. Monster, to tell us we were crazy for not doing
Mr.
this.
Monster Hunter.
Yes. Okay. Whoa. There.
So, Angel, you might get a kick out of this, but Friday was, in my 40-some years of working in a library, the first time ever that I worked in a public library after 6 p.m.
On a Friday.
On a Friday night. I worked to 9 p.m. and it was deader than a doornail because normally Friday, we've only been doing this curbside for a week or so, 2 weeks. But normally we are closed Friday, so nobody called. After 6 o'clock, literally nobody called. And there's a big inventory project going on, so all I did was inventory. Ugh.
Hey, I'm glad you found us, Isabie. We've been out for a while now.
Aw, thank you.
We'll be doing more. Like I said.
They restructured the hours because Friday used to be an off day, and then they were open Saturdays, Angel. So with this pandemic and how they decided to deliver services, they decided to just be on call Monday through Friday from 10 to 9 p.m. And so we fill requests. We put them in a locker outside for people to get the last 4 digits of their phone numbers, the combination, that kind of thing.
Yeah, things just aren't safe right now, Angel. That's part of the problem. All right, well, here's one thing I'm going to get out of the way right away.
Yeah, sorry to distract from your reading.
The 9 of Cups reversed.
Oh.
But then there's the Empress, Sonny.
Here comes our own 9 of Cups. Hello.
The Empress is upright.
Lay down.
And, oh gosh, hold on. And
assume the position, Sonny.
The 6 of Cups, upright.
How interesting.
So, and what did we have there? The Empress upright and the 6 of Cups upright.
I'll get to that in a minute, Angel. Okay, so 9 of Cups reversed.
Yeah, Empress. It is a nice card, definitely.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Well, it seems as though some things that might be happening in the week ahead, you might not be too happy about, as far as, the 9 of Cups goes. It seems like something that's happening, and I almost think it's emotional. It's going to affect you emotionally, whether it is work-related or relationship-related, in your interpersonal life. But I feel like you could draw from the past in some way, some past experiences that might bring some creative solutions to the situation.
I don't know if I'm just psycho lately, but I'm getting a little flash, and I'm wondering if you're going to hear from somebody like a cousin or somebody from your past you haven't heard from in a while. And I'm thinking it might be, like not great news, like maybe they have hard times or maybe there's something going on. But I sort of think there's that, and that maybe you're going to be able to offer them a little bit of solace or try to be helpful to them. So I'm feeling that somehow, or that's what Divine Spirit is saying to you, maybe that there are situations from your past where maybe you may be able to look in and somehow shed a little light or a little comfort on them.
The Empress is a nurturing card for sure, so I can see what he's saying there. I don't know. I just have this feeling that there's something that may come up that either interferes with plans you've had or it's just disappointing to you in some way, but I just have a feeling you're going to find a creative workaround to the whole thing.
That could be, yeah, sure.
That's just what I see there. But I mean, I think yours is very valid to keep in mind as well. And this creative workaround just has something to do with either something you discovered in the past, something that's worked for you in the past. It just seems like you're going to be looking at the past for answers in some way.
I really like that. That's pretty good. You like that too, don't you, Sun Man? Don't knock over the camera.
This is the season to get in touch with relatives. Absolutely.
That's true too. It wasn't a real break there or stretch there. What's up, Sun Man?
Well, at least he can't moon the camera with the way you got it facing.
He missed everybody.
Well, this is kind of challenging in a way. We have the snake.
Oh, humbug.
And we have the mountains card. The mountains card is back again. So it just seems like somebody, does not really, has ulterior motives, I guess, that may play into what's going on here with what I'd said about you not, something interfering with your plans. They may have motives that are kind of sneaky, or they're just, I don't know, they're being a little bit malicious. That card is kind of problematic. And it seems as though you might have a run-in with somebody in the week ahead, That's just what I see there. So it might be, there's some problem in communicating with somebody in the week ahead. You're intent on your goals and your desires, and they're trying to put a little roadblock in there.
Well, if I put this towards what I said earlier, then it's possible that maybe that connection from the past, the cousin or the relative or situation, whatever that was, may have more there that you might want to look into, that maybe there's some troubles there. And so it may be that you can help them, but maybe also too, you just need to really see if it doesn't end up being more problematic for you too because of the mountains. So it depends. I mean, if you really are connected to that person from the past, then, maybe you'll want to do that. Either way, watch out.
Yeah, just keep an eye out. Eyes wide open. That's what we have for you, Angel. Good luck with that.
Yay, kitty.
Hey, my sweet Christina, you are up. And then Teresa, Gina, Sonali, Angel Mary, Isabi, and Zahira. Hey, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Really? All right.
My deck?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm going to break out the Mermaid Tarot.
That's an interesting question. Yeah, okay, I remember this situation.
Yeah. You're wondering if they have your nephew wrapped around their finger and that it's causing problems, and or this idea about a possible poltergeist or energy attacks.
Well, the other thing is their ill intent between this person,
exactly,
the nephew's girlfriend, and Christina. Lay down. Lay down. No, you can't play with the tree. I noticed the cat is looking at the tree. No. Not for Kitty. Because those things shake when you... Well, and of course, we can always keep the tree out of the cat's way, which unlike a traditional tree, and we have another tree that's all bells. I'll probably bring that one out.
Oh, he's such a little lover today. He's so lovey-dovey. Aww.
Oh, every day. Every day.
Now he's going to knock over the camera. You don't do that.
All right.
And of course, his fur is flying, so it's
Are you going to be able
all
to get
over
it?
my face, and it's itchy.
All right. 3 cards.
Yeah.
Okay, we have the Chariot upright. We have the Knight of Swords reversed. And we have the Hangman reversed. You can't win, Mr. O. You will get that camera one way or another. All right, so the Chariot, there is some movement here. So that's interesting. This might relate to the incident itself in a way. I almost get the feeling somebody driving up and throwing a liquid at your window, you know?
But it's also maybe a metaphor for the level of ambition that somebody has here. You know, the
Yeah,
drive.
that's true.
Or whatever. You know, mostly I want to see the Chariot's drive in a benevolent light, but you know, I can sort of wiggle that a little bit considering what the question was and what we know about the situation. So I'm wondering about that.
Yeah.
Because then combining that motion with the reversed Knight of Swords, which generally tends to be stressful, strifeful, somebody that maybe has a destructive edge, bitterness. It could just be that. And I also get the feeling, too, like, I know you mentioned this before, so this is not a stretch, but to me it sort of does speak to the idea that maybe they've been influencing or contaminating your nephew's thoughts towards you. I think that's possible, especially because the reversed Hanged Man is that they're giving up on something they should know. They're giving up, they're sacrificing what they really should know to be true. Which is belief in you, their aunt.
So the Chariot and the, what is the other one?
Knight of Swords?
Yeah, the Knight of Swords. I kind of liked what he said about motivated. You know, the Chariot is motivation and drive. And so to me, in this situation, it seems like somebody is motivated to take matters into their own hands, you know, kind of a decision or justice in a way. You know, they want to cut to the bottom of things, but in their own way. And it seems to me that they're not, you know, it's all for their own gratification in a way. They aren't thinking of others at all in this. This is just because they're selfish individuals and they're very self-ego oriented. I get that from the Hangman reversed.
Right, and both of those corroborate a little bit or sort of go in line a little bit with each other. So either of those are appropriate ideas there. So yes,
so
it does.
I could say that this is possible. I mean, it's possible. I don't know, like in your situation, if, you know, there's anybody else. To me, it looks like whoever threw it, even if it was kids being malicious, it seemed like there was some intent behind it.
Yeah. I mean, nothing is ever totally definitive, and we did not ask it as a yes or no, but it seems like there's reason to believe that it could be connected because I'm looking for the word motive. That was the word.
Motivation.
Motivation.
All right, let's see. Wow. Again? Well, the mountain is back. Looks like everybody's got struggles and obstacles, and the stocking is flowers. Wow. You know, I almost have to say this, and I don't know if it's really what you want to hear at this point, Christina, with everything going on, but it almost seems like you have to tackle these obstacles with kindness. I know this is crazy. In other words, maybe it's saying you're just going to have to be the bigger person here and let this person, as long as they are not totally harming you or your property per se, but let them, act out and just try to handle, be the better person, be it with kindness. The stocking is the flowers.
Well, I guess I'm going to agree with that. I can't offer a lot more to that, but I'm thinking that that's what it is, and mostly because this idea is that this is a little double-edged here. This could be the fact that maybe there is something on your part that you need to resolve or let go to. Maybe not as extreme as whatever they're doing as per our indication, but maybe the idea that you need to give up on, continuing to treat them, the way you have been, and that maybe you should, like Banshee says, just develop a different strategy. So it's not necessarily saying you're giving up or giving in, but maybe your strategy is just different.
I don't know. That's what I'm getting here. It's kind of odd, I know. I wish you the best, and let us know what's going on with that. Keep us posted.
Okay.
Hey,
So
Teresa, you are up, and I know you posted your question. Are you here? It's Teresa, Gina, Sonali, Angel Mary, Isabi, and Zahira.
Well, at least try for...
Oh, don't I know?
At least try for a sense of cordial indifference. I mean, cordial politeness, where you're just sort of polite, but it's not without any sarcasm. You're welcome.
I'm looking for Teresa's question. There it is. Hubby can't work for a month, no job, no income. Do you see us finding a way to move? Losing rental home too. Okay, let's take a look at that. Is this one of mine?
Yeah, so basically a way to work with limited resources.
Yeah.
Okay. There was a better term for that, Angel, that somebody used to me years ago. I don't remember who that was. And it was just sort of like, it's sort of like what my library director used to call service without an option. You get the service we can give you. You do not get to demand a service that is out of our scope. You get what we are realistically able to give you.
Well, Christina, you hang in there. I think that sometimes people are taken very off guard by, being treated back kindly,
That's true.
I have this feeling in a certain situation I was involved in that some people expected me to act out and act out badly. And I just came back with all kinds of positive attitude and messages. And I think it really kind of took them some steps back, So... it's kind of like the strength card with the woman being able to open the mouth of the lion and being gentle. Are you going to be rough or are you going to be gentle? Sometimes a more gentle approach.
We're doing your question now.
Can be better. Yeah, we are doing your question now, Teresa. We just got here. And then again, there'll be Gina, Sonali, Angel Mary, Isabi, and Zahira. And so give kindness a shot. Do what you can. All right, let's see what's going on with Teresa. Oh, it's tough. Well, Teresa, you do have a tough road ahead right now. We have the 9 of Cups, and that's reversed. We have the 6 of Wands, and that's reversed. And we have the 3 of Wands reversed as well. So job-wise, it's really looking difficult right now. It looks like, that is not working out. And I feel as though, you just were not at all prepared for this. This just hit like a ton of bricks. and you were not ready for, all of this that has happened to you. There's disappointment in not attaining your goals, and, success is still eluding you. So I do want to do a yes-no, I think, on this after we're done. I give him a chance to chime in.
I'm thinking mostly I agree with Banshee. I'm thinking that what this says is that when you're able to think more about it, you'll find that you maybe have to make some really big changes, obviously. But it may be that the direction is overall the wrong direction. And also, too, I'm wondering if there's just a little bit of an attitude change you have to really try to work on, and some of that is defeatism. And I know this has got to be hard, and I know you probably don't like people telling you this all the time, but that's a big part of what's going on is you have to change your attitude. Even if you can't change it outside of yourself to where it looks you've changed your attitude, for yourself inside you have to try to change it.
I think want to ask if you're going to be able to move to someplace, if you're going to be able to move or work out the home arrangement satisfactorily, just so you have a roof over your head. I feel for you. Really, I do. All right. It just may indicate to me again, as I think I had this conversation before, and I know you're probably already looking into things, but you're not going to be able to do this alone. I think you're going to have to probably try to get assistance. But let's see what comes up here.
He came back.
Huh?
He came back.
Yep. He dove up here.
Yes.
Well, all right, it is leaning towards yes. You will probably be able to find a way to get a roof over your head, but it's not going to be easy. We have the Magician card here reversed, and it really indicates to me that I think you probably don't have it together enough to do this on your own. Somehow or another, you're probably going to have to seek assistance.
Right. I agree with what Banshee's saying. I'm also thinking, too, that, and I know what you said before, so this is where the challenge, I think, is the hardest for you guys, is this card seems to say skill sets need to change, that somehow you have to find a way of really changing what the skills are, or being able to provide different abilities somehow, even if they're not skills per se, but just go with what you can do. But emphasize those instead.
Yeah, this, again, to me, is also a card that's showing that really there's a lack of preparedness for what you have to face. You're not in an advantageous position right now. And that's why I'm thinking, if there's any other social service agencies that can help place you in a place until, your husband can recover and go back to work, and then maybe help you find more permanent housing, a rental, that might be the way to go.
Well, they may be able to try to go to Oklahoma because somebody there may help them, a family member of his.
Oh, wow, really? Wow.
That's a couple up the thread.
Now, looking at landlord selling townhouse, too, so.
Trying to get to OK near his daughter. So I'm assuming that's Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everything is sort of...
trying to get an okay on something. I think it was...
near his daughter.
Oh. Near his daughter. Oh, okay.
That's why I think it's Oklahoma.
Well, I wish you the best with that. It seems like something is going to happen, but like I said, you still are kind of at a disadvantage, and it's not going to be easy. Let's do the Lenormand real quick and see if we can add something to that, because I know these are very, very difficult times right now, especially to move and travel.
Well, yeah. Ah, okay. Well, hopefully that'll clear up too. I hope she's not very ill. It's my biggest fear is worrying about COVID and working.
It might not, maybe COVID is stopping her from working, but she doesn't have it. I don't know. So, I think that something is going to help you. There's going to be something that happens pretty abruptly. You know, as abrupt as this change in your life has happened, so abruptly might it come to an end, or at least might put you in a better place. You've got the whip there, and you have the clouds, and the light clouds are facing the whip. So I get the feeling that something may happen that's will bring a little bit more light back. You know, will dispel some of the depression and the confusion that you have. And, you know, it looks at least a little bit more positive. I'm not saying this is a perfect world, but I definitely see some more positivity here.
Yeah, hang on there. I mean, I think Lenormand is saying something may abruptly happen quickly. Clouds kind of move quickly in and out of our lives.
And the whip.
So maybe something unexpected that will happen. Maybe, you know what? I don't want to say who, but recently I know somebody who found an unexpected source of resource that will allow them to go back to school possibly and learn new skills. So I think there are things that are happening. You have to be open to that idea, and hopefully it all works out. Some opportunity that just will come your way quickly, hopefully. I'm going to pray for you, Teresa. Pray for both of you guys.
Yep, that's what we have for you. So good luck with that, Teresa. Keep us posted. And Gina, you are up. And then Sonali, Angel Mary, Isaby, and
Good
Zahira.
wins, Isaby. Thank you. Good wins.
Ah.
Can it be both? Can't it be both? I think I'm both.
Okay, Gina, let's see if you're crazy or not. Let's see what the cards say.
You're very welcome, Teresa.
All right, everybody.
Is it your deck?
Which deck? You want it? What do you have?
Well, I have the English Magic. I have Ancestral Spirits.
Go ahead with the Ancestral Spirits. I'm just making an executive decision.
We just cut out the middleman. No, we didn't. We did the opposite of cutting out the middleman. And this
Music
cat,
Karma. He doesn't have that one today. Sad.
I'm sorry, I don't have it here today. It's somewhere else.
He just didn't feel the energy for the Music Karma today.
No, I just really tried to shuffle them around. I'm sure that if I keep looking, I'll find maybe a couple more decks that are just disappeared or vanished, and I have misplaced, and I'll come across them. It's
He
possible.
has so many less decks than me. I'm just not sure what's happening. Where did they go? And you as well, Teresa. We could all use some miracles, absolutely. Here you go. There. All right.
All right. Were you or weren't you?
What's that?
The King of Staves, the King of Wands,
Oh, okay.
upright. The Empress reversed.
Oh.
Ten of Cups
Oh.
reversed.
Well, you know, was your psychical conversation maybe about with Mr. E, maybe something about how things are going nowhere, and when is that going to change? Because that Ten of Cups there is reversed, and that's kind of like, emotional unfulfillment, that there's a longing there for, more emotional fulfillment from, somebody close. And also,
the Empress reverse.
Yes, the Empress reverse. That's why I'm saying there's stagnation, there's nothing, it just does not seem to be going anywhere. And is he still like really wedded to his job? I mean, it looks as though, again, he's working on a lot of different projects and things, and maybe taking on a little bit too much. But I think, he really is wedded more to his work than anything else.
I don't know that I see that exactly, but I don't not see that. I sort of see these two up here clearly more the function of your dreamscape and your sense of emotion and desire, and that, yes, maybe you're wondering, is it a dream? Will it happen? When will it happen? That kind of thing. How will it happen? With the Empress, your own doubts about whether or not you really are in charge of your world, because there's that king there, and maybe they just seem to have other missions right now. I don't see this necessarily being no to any of this. I just sort of feel like...
what's interesting, Gina, to what you said there, if I was relating this reading specifically just to him, you can kind of see exactly what you're saying there, that he feels he's stifled or stagnated right now on an emotional sense and level, because the Ten of Cups is about that. It's like feeling unhappy, unfulfilled in, relationships with others.
And I was more likely to put that on you, Gina, but actually what she says is it makes total sense to me more.
It's because of what she said here. I mean, with that information and looking at it from that perspective, it almost spells it out there, that's what it's saying. But conversely, I could also see it on your end where it's like, well, when are things going to change? When are we going to stop this stalemate of sorts, And I think a lot has to do with his drive and ambition.
Yeah, that's very clear with that one. And yeah, we do read reverses, Isaby. At times it drives us crazy.
Let me throw some Lenormand on this and see what we get.
Yeah, I think it's time to throw the Lenormand. Because I'm not totally decided that this isn't both your reading in a way.
In a way. Well, they were both communicating psychically, so that's why I'm kind of seeing... Right. And in a way, I think it fits for on both ends of this equation.
It's a mind meld.
You're willing to be patient. You
that
may
could
be
be the
willing
Empress
to be
reverse.
patient, but you certainly wonder when the stalemate is going to end.
That could be the Empress reversed,
Let's see. Oh, for crying out loud. Well, it's the Rider, that's movement, and that's news. So it's possible I could look at this two ways, Gina, but I mean, the way they came out like that after you said we were connecting psychically is like, there it is. You were messaging each other on the other plane. It's right there. But I also think that this could mean that it's possible... Is it possible he might pay you a visit? There's news coming to you and movement. So it might be about some move he's going to make, whether it's a physical move or just, traveling around. Something like that.
Well, I'm getting disturbing psychic flashes today all day long, and I'm saying what I feel. And I'm also getting the feeling, too, that what you just said made a lot of sense, and that maybe he is going to come to the conclusion, based upon his age, his time served, etc., that maybe, COVID is not the world he wants to be in. I'm only speaking for myself here, but having retired forcibly or otherwise, but being of the age, it's really changed my perspective on being in the world, especially now that COVID is here. It's not worth it to me to try to be out in that world. And everybody has to decide that for themselves, I know. But I'm wondering if maybe that's going to be a part of what he'll be doing too.
That's what we have for you, Gina. Good luck. Yeah, I mean, it must be hard trying to plan these tours and everything when this virus is going on. And who knows for how long still.
Look what's happening with these studios who are making deals with HBO Prime and Disney and whatever to just say, we're going to release our movies to some sort of home live stream.
Right.
Because
that might end up with concerts for a while, too, so people can make ends meet. Sonali, you are up. I just wanted to get that out there. And then Angel Mary, Isabi, and Zahira.
Thanks for sticking with us, everybody.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I'm not sure why, but I think it's possible he may pay you a visit.
Okay, Sonali.
Meet your soulmate as life partner. Oh, gosh, it's a when question. Well, let's give it a try.
We're going to use the Mermaid Tarot.
I think we just throw 3 cards and see if we can figure out a time frame here.
Okay. And you're welcome, Gina.
Yeah, I know. I see you talk about that on Twitter, Angel. I'm a mixed bag with that. I don't mind going to the theater once in a while, but we don't do it that often. And we always go at times when it's not crowded. That's a big thing for me. He's got to go see the big Marvel premiere when it comes out. And that's the only time I sometimes cave. But I'd rather go after it's been out for a while and the theater's less crowded.
Trust me, I'm willing to change my mind about this.
Well, especially now.
I understand that Marvel Disney has forced to consider releasing Black Widow as soon as they can, and mostly it's because of the way they film their movies. They have a narrative and they want to keep everything in place so that things don't get ahead of each other, because they kind of go with arcing plots, and so it doesn't make sense if they release things differently, or at least that's how they look at it.
Okay, this is a when question. Let's see what we get.
Well, I agree with you on that. We've had good luck mostly, but not always.
Well, we might get some idea here. We have the Queen of Wands, and that's reversed. Excuse me. We have the Ten of Cups, and that's reversed. That's popped up again reversed. And then we have, and that's come up, is that like 3 times now, I think? And then we have the Seven of Chalices upright. And boy, that Seven of Cups, too, just seems to be coming out a lot. So, Sonali, what are the cups? Because that's the major, there are 2 cups there. So I think we're going to go with that for time.
I think cups are summer.
Cups are summer. It's going to happen in a summer. And if it doesn't happen next summer, it may be another year or so down the road. But I'm thinking that,
I'm thinking it's more likely next summer.
I almost think it this coming summer.
No.
2 summers from now.
I'm thinking this summer's too soon.
I'm thinking so too, and it's not just because of the COVID thing. I think it's because of the reversals. I think that there are some delays getting here, and I know that, emotionally right now you're wishing that would change. But the good news is that I think when things start to happen for you, you may actually have more than one choice. You may actually have more than one person who become very important to you.
I think that's possible, but I think that it's more likely that from that is what that is that somebody you're maybe meeting by or the end of this summer is somebody who you will continue to get to know better over the course of the year, and that maybe things will sort of come into view by the following summer.
Well, I'm not sure I see that, but that's okay. He could very well be right. I think that the Queen of Wands reversed to me indicates too that, you're going to kind of have to lighten up a little bit and let this thing happen and unfold as it happens, because putting too much force or pressure or on yourself, for example, to make something happen is only going to make things worse. That's what I feel. So let things happen in their time, and I really do feel like it's still going to take a little bit of time, Sonali. But something's happening, and I feel that you'll have a decision to make. If it's not between two people, it's definitely probably a decision about whether you are going to spend this, the rest of your life with this person.
The only time I really felt uncomfortable in a movie theater was when I was coming back with a large container of soda, and I somehow slipped and dropped it on the person that was sitting in the chair right in front of me, and I felt so horrible. And they were like, "No, don't worry about it," and they were soaked.
Yeah, well, in a sense, those are all negative cards except for the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is kind of a card where you can look at a lot of different things with that card. Sometimes it means that, you've got too many ideas in your head about what you want and you can't really make a decision. That's why I suggested there might be more than one partner there. It is not a bad card. The other two have a little bit more negative connotations, but I think the Queen of Wands is directed at you specifically, Sonali, that you have to lighten up on yourself and not push the issue. Let the universe respond in time. And here are some very positive notes for you from the Lenormand. You have the tree card, the evergreen, and it's coupled with the wreath card, which is the ring. And I think that this is a really beautiful combination here. That it's also telling me that I feel you're going to meet someone, and that this person, you're going to really grow into committing to them in time. So in other words, it's not somebody who is going to sweep you off your feet. It's like something that is going to take time to really develop and mature into something you're really going to want to make a commitment to.
Right. I think that mostly what we got from the first cards was looking at those as a barometer for how we predict time. And so we were thinking 2 summers, not this summer that's coming, but the next one. These cards seem to me to also indicate that, Sonali, that it is more about growing into it. It's about growing into feeling comfortable with it as an arrangement, if it comes to you as some sort of arrangement, or if you agree to it as an arrangement. So try not to be scared.
Yeah, hang in there. I think that this is really positive. I just don't think it's going to happen right away. There's difficulties right now. There's just so much going on. And the environment really is not right now.
It may not be what you're looking for, but we do think that tarot is a snapshot in time. And we don't necessarily feel that this is, the absolute last word. We feel situations can always change. We're just trying to tell you how we see it appearing as it is now. So we hope you understand that.
Okay, so that was Sonali. Then we have Angel Mary, and we have Isabi, and we have Zahira.
All right. And that should probably close us out.
That will. Wow, almost on time. Want those back?
Oh, Isabi, that was to me. That wasn't Sonali. Whoops, I am so sorry. I responded unkind. You must mean us. We're not what you were looking for.
Oh, what? What are you talking about? Hey, you are welcome, Sonali. So,
Namaste.
Angel Mary, you are next.
Hi, Angel Mary. I hope you're still with us.
Why don't you type the name and we'll see. Maybe they're typing their question. Hey, you are very welcome. I don't think Angel Mary's here.
Angel Mary, our last call
Last
for you.
call.
And then we are going to go on to Isabie. If Isabie still would like to ask us a question.
And Zahira.
And then Zahira.
Yeah, Isabie, I noticed something you said earlier about reversals. I've always read reversals. They're not always bad when they're reversed. Some cards actually have a different nuance reversed.
And we know a few card readers, some of whom we respect quite a bit, who don't read reversals either. So we sort of think that some of those things come down to personal choice, and that the way Spirit wants to communicate with us through the cards could be a varied situation, and may not be the exact same way that you do it or I do it. And we don't always feel that we're working directly with any particular forces.
Okay, no, I was just going to move it on because Isabie is here. So
hi, Isabie. So go ahead if you want a general reading, or if you're looking at a specific question, just indicate that.
Oh, Angel Mary's back. Okay. Oftentimes we have a delay, so we're going to take Angel Mary's question, Isabie, and then we'll get to yours.
Okay.
And we'll do your general reading right after.
Yeah, we'll do your general reading right after this one that we're going to do.
Right, Angel. That's another way that people work with, not using reversals, is sometimes you just know a card is leaning a particular way because of the cards it's next to, etc. So, yeah, that'll be how you interpreted it.
Yeah, I've gone back and forth with it, but only for small periods of time where I decided to not read reversals. I invariably come back to them because I think since I've been doing it the balance of my life, I'm just pretty comfortable with it.
What does Angel Mary's subconscious mind say about emotional life? So let's see. All right. I don't know. Why am I getting all reversals today? So we do have that. We just talked about reversals. But they're not always very bad. The Two of Swords, for example, reversed. We'll talk about that. The Hierophant reversed, which is not a bad card reversed. And the Six of Wands reversed. All right, so what is your subconscious telling you about your emotional life? I think what it's maybe telling you is that
there's conflicts and you feel out of control because a part of you says you should just sort of accept what you have and not try to move, that you sort of need to deal with things. But another part of you says, no, I need to find out more. So you have a real big turning point in a sense that you sort of feel you should face some things, but you also feel you need to find out more, which would involve the ability to move to find out more.
Well, I think what your subconscious may be telling you is it's time to be a little less conventional in your thinking, as far as dealing with your emotional affairs and your emotional life goes. Possibly you need to do that because you've suffered some setbacks and you've suffered some failures. I see that with the Six of Wands there. And, it may be because you made some difficult, harsh decisions. And maybe now you should look at things from a different light. I think what the Hierophant card reversed is saying, that sometimes, maybe we have to look at things through a different lens, than our normal point of view. We get all bent out of shape about certain things people do or say, but there may be other reasons for that. And it's time to maybe look a little deeper at things and maybe outside of your normal way of looking at things.
I'm going to reconsider the Hierophant a little bit too and suggest that maybe this idea of a dichotomy, a path that leads you one way, another path that you want to explore with knowledge, maybe something's telling you too that you really have to be different minded about, that you have to look at it from a different angle, an unconventional angle, and that this isn't so much facing your problems from the past, but maybe just suggesting that you have to accept certain failures of defeat or learn from certain failures, or that you want to.
So,
Bye, Christina.
So, take care, Christina. So, in order to avoid, future failures or disappointments in your emotional life, make better decisions, but make decisions by considering other options and alternatives, maybe things that you would have never thought of before. You have to think outside the box a little bit.
Right, moving in a new direction, as the Two of Swords reverse, to me is only suggesting that maybe it's time that you just look at things a little bit quirkily, a little bit differently than you do, that maybe you should try for something that's unconventional from your sense of taste. And I'm not saying go out and rob a bank or anything like that, but I am saying that maybe there are some ideas that you never entertained, but maybe some of them could be looked at.
Yeah.
Hi,
so
baby.
Let's see here. Oh, it's the ship. So we have the ship, and then we have the mice, and so, yeah,
on your journey, you should try not to worry about the things that are gnawing away, the little distractions you get, the little needful things.
Yeah, I was going to say, as you move forward, don't let the little things from the past. Right, don't sweat the small stuff. Whatever's past is past. You need to move forward with a freer sense of mind. You need to not let all those little things that went wrong in the past, or big things, if they were big, what's the word? That energy, if you hold on to that, that's going to affect your future development here. In other words, it will not serve you. You need to let that stuff go and look at things through fresh eyes. And maybe, again, that's where the Hierophant comes in.
I don't know about that exactly. I might get to that. But
okay.
Your question was really about what does your subconscious say about your emotional life. And we suggested that there's some sort of movement towards something else, but you maybe need to do it differently or find out more about it. And I'm going to also suggest too that this movement, which is suggested by the ship there, should also say that there are maybe this is not you, the mice, but maybe there are people around you who are mice, and that you need to also not forget, and maybe either bring them along with you, or make sure that they're not forgotten too, and that maybe that's a little bit of what's going on.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. Good luck.
Thanks,
good
Angel
luck.
Mary.
Good luck.
Hi, Bea. Hey, Bea.
And hold on a minute. We are now, okay, I know you wanted a general reading.
Right.
So do you want to use your deck?
Yeah, okay. And I'm going to
So that's Isabi. Okay, Isabi, you are up, and Zahira, you will be last.
Yeah, we'll be right with you, Zahira and Isabi. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. I'm going to use my Dame Fortune. You're welcome, Angel Mary.
Sunny wants to play. Got it. Oh, here, take the pen. Oh, don't. Ah. You dropped it, Sonny. I have another pen.
Oh, well.
It is okay. Okay, general reading. Let's go. Oh, I thought you were going to grab them.
Nope.
Thanks. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, so the High Priestess.
This is the High Priestess, called the Female Pope.
The Empress Upright.
Oh, the Empress Upright. So you have a lot of female energy here, or so-called female energy.
Yeah.
And then the reversed King of Coins. So it's a general reading. Okay, well, where would I start?
Well, with the first card, maybe. How about that?
Well, the High Priestess shows that you are somebody that is extremely interested in the subconscious and or the lessons or wisdom that you learn from your subconscious. That in general, it may be that you're a little bit more of an aloof personality. Though interestingly, the next card, the Empress, suggests that you're quite nurturing, that you are the kind of person who maybe is giving a lot. You're involved in creative pursuits, but I'm wondering if right now is just maybe a little bit of a downtime, that maybe there's a situation, mostly worried about financials at this time. I don't think it's necessarily about your creative flux or about your inner, wisdom life. I'm just thinking that maybe there's something going around with finances. It could just be that you don't have a control over a certain situation, or that maybe there's an income issue that has just come up to you, a change in your income, something like that.
Okay, so what I'm seeing with those cards, the High Priestess and the Empress, two powerhouse cards for you, I feel. This is a time and this is a period that you can really trust your intuition. Your psychic senses are pretty on target and also can produce some very positive creative results for you. You could use some of that ability to spearhead new projects, kind of know when to be at the right place at the right time to get something going and underway. The only caveat here, of course, is that King of Pentacles. And I'm wondering if it's just saying that, maybe sometimes and what's coming now is a period where you might just get a little lazy with that. You may not be utilizing these abilities to, the best of your ability right now. And so I kind of feel like, you got to be a better manager of some of your skills and talents in that regard.
Yeah, just to be fair, I would suppose that it is less about financial and that it's more about maybe ambition, or this is a time of year where people's body rhythms make them want to slow down in a way too. I mean, maybe many of us are just sort of feeling like we don't want to be quite as active. So I don't necessarily think it's the financial downturn so much as your
it
energy
could be
levels
you have
in
to
general.
watch how you manage your resources and affairs, because they can drain you and drain your energies so that you are maybe not as creative and productive as you otherwise would be. The Empress too, is also a mama image, a nurturing image. You need to nurture some of the talents that you have so that they will grow, because if you let them go, they will, what they say use it or lose it, sort of thing. And I almost sense that just a little little bit here with this particular reading. This time of year too, we are all more in tune with what's going on internally and what signals and signs we're getting, dreams. We've had people here talking about dreams and getting signs and connecting with others. This is a time of year where that energy could be very strong for you, Isabel. So I would say, take advantage of that and try to exercise those muscles more. I think that's a good thing too, as far as the coins go.
And so if you've been watching, you also see we do a Lenormand reading too to go along with that. Bye, Angel.
Take care, Angel.
It's okay. You're a good friend and supporter. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Angel. We'll see you soon.
And I'm not sure, Asel. I think we're on our last reading. I don't know if we're going to do any more. Do you want to do one for Asel?
Well, we could squeeze you in, Asel, but hang in there. We have one more before you.
Who's next?
Zahira is next.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Mr. O's forgetting, but I am the list
I thought we were
master.
done. No, we're not done.
We'll get the two done. We'll do you, Asel, but that is it. Anybody else? Sorry. All right, hang on, Isabel. We got a couple cards coming. Let's see if they shed any light. Well, I don't know. So it is a general reading, so this just might be a random thing tossed at us here. Excuse me. We have the kitten, which is the dog in the traditional Lenormand, and then we have the tower. And the tower is often about workplaces or institutions, could be hospitals. So, on one hand, I could say, I hope you don't have a friend in the hospital or somebody that you know right now who's in the hospital and needs some support. But otherwise, I think what it could mean is that, there's just a real, if you are working right now, there's a real spirit of camaraderie and people getting along together on the job and no kind of heavy office politics or things of that nature.
Right. I'm not really getting anything clear from that. I understand the cards to be pretty much what she said. I can't really offer anything else about that.
Well, the other thing that comes to mind, and I'm just going to throw it out there, with all that psychic stuff that I saw in the 3 cards that you have, I don't know if there is somebody that may try to connect with you from the other side. It doesn't necessarily have to be a friend, but it could be like an ancestral spirit or somebody close to you. It's possible. But I'm really thinking this is more to do with the workplace or some institution of some sort.
Well, I wouldn't worry about the dreams so much. I go through phases where I remember them more often than not. Sometimes I think it's seasonal. Like I think winter is the season I remember dreams more, summer not so much. So, but I don't know that that's necessarily the end all of being psychic for you or for me.
No, because there are so many other facets to this. You're absolutely right. For example, just being in the right place at the right time, looking at a phone knowing somebody's going to call, getting subtle clues and messages from things other than dreams. Some people pick up a coin and they associate that with good luck. So, there are many other ways that, you can connect psychically with others. You may know somebody is going to say something before they say it to you and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So try to tap into that, because I do think something's there, Isabel.
Alrighty.
Again, take care, and thanks for stopping in with us today. Hope to see you again. Zahira, you are up, and then Asel, and we are calling it a day. All right.
I think that's wonderful, Isabel, giving honor to your teachers.
Oh, that's great.
Are we doing your deck or mine? I guess we're doing yours.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Did we use this last time?
Yeah. No, we didn't.
Then we're good.
We're so good.
Okay, communication from the Leo eventually. How do you want to do this? I don't know if it's a yes, no, or do you want to throw 3?
Either.
3.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks to everybody for joining us today. We've had a great time, as we always do. We have such a great chat room. Everybody's supportive. It's just nice. Everybody was giving well wishes to Teresa, who's going through a difficult time. And that's what we like to see. It's awesome. Problem shuffling?
Not at all.
Maybe I should have used a slippery deck.
You're welcome, Isabel. Blessings to you.
Take care, Isabel. All right. Let's see what we've got for Zahira. Well, maybe. Let's look at that. We've got the Five of Cups upright. Maybe we will want to do a quick yes, no, but we'll see. We've got the Four of Cups, and that is reversed. And then we have the King of Wands reversed. What do you have to say about that King of Wands? That's a very Leo kind of card, but it is reversed.
It is a Leo card.
Mm-hmm. What are you looking at?
I was looking at the
the
question in general.
Well, so I really want to know about the Leo card, because I feel like, this Leo is somebody who...
I get the feeling like maybe there's more than one person that they're on a friendly basis with, and I don't know is this supposed to be a primary relationship? I don't think I got that from your question. So I don't necessarily know that it's more than a casual. I don't know if you're trying to tell me that or not. Anyway, you're basically asking if you'll receive a communication from them eventually.
I feel like he's a little stubborn.
I feel that they're stubborn, but I also feel that they're off on another adventure maybe, and that it might be with other friends.
I feel that they're a little stubborn and, not willing, only willing to do things when they're ready to do them. And it's kind of, just
Are you
a
getting that
little
from the
bit
other
more
cards too?
self-serving. No, not exactly. But what I'm seeing with the Four of Cups is I am seeing some potential movement here. But you know what, Mr. O? I see what you're saying. And actually, if I put the Four of Cups with the King of Wands reversed, I almost do wonder if he's not seeing somebody else as well.
Well, I guess it was a primary relationship.
Oh,
so the
okay.
idea that there could be another relationship now is possible.
I think they're weighing what their next... Really, what I think is going on here is that they're weighing what their next moves are. They're about ready to do something.
Yeah.
But they're weighing what their next moves are.
They're nearly ready, and this would seem to sense that they have things about their past, which is possibly including you, that they are thinking about. So there's something going on, I think, that you are in their mind somehow. There may be a sense of regret. There may be a sense of wanting to move on. They may be confused.
There is a sense of regret with the Five of Cups upright, and looking at things that are lost as opposed to things that still remain, if only they would see the full cups that are still standing. So it's a matter of them needing to shift their perspective from what might have been a turbulent time or losses into realizing the importance and the value of what they really have.
The interesting thing was I think we both fixated on this card because we felt it's Leo energy, and so we felt it connected to that person more so than those two cards. And this told us that there's a stubbornness about them, or in my case, I felt like maybe they were off on a different adventure. And so I wonder if that's part of it, is that there's a sense of you there in their consciousness, but they're stubborn, or there's something that is directing them differently somehow. They may have a situation that they can't normally change right now in terms of either allowing a relationship with you or just changing some of their orientation at this time.
Well, it's interesting because I was going to do a yes-no to see if there would be an eventual communication. But, Zahira, I think I just got my answer. So let me throw this out there. It's the Moon. And it's the greeting card, which is communication. It could be in letter form, texting, it could be like that. But however it comes, it's communication. And it seems romantic in nature. So I almost feel like there is some point that they will contact you.
Yeah, it kind of looks that way to me too. I'm thinking I always feel a romantic connection with the moon, but it's also about finding out things
things out.
And of course, the letter is about finding things out too. And I do feel what you're saying there with the King of Wands.
Oh yeah, okay.
Possibly the financial issues there. So I'm wondering about that too, and that maybe. It just tells me too that, from an emotional connection, they may be taking that really seriously. It hurts them, to have the financial problems.
So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that, Zahira. I'm going to address Mark X here and say, are you here for a tarot reading? If not, feel free to find another channel and let us know. Hey, Estelle.
Hi,
all right,
Estelle.
you are our last reading of the day. And actually, Mark, that is true. We don't have time for another tarot reading right now because we are moving on. We're actually done with our show after Estelle.
Oh, we're doing your message, your question, Estelle.
Estelle,
He wiped it out.
put your question back.
We'll give him a moment to do that.
Hey, you are very welcome, Zahira. Good
there
luck
you
with
are.
that.
And you're welcome, Zahira. Thank you. Absolutely.
Wish you the best.
Okay, my deck. I'm going to use the English
The
magic.
guides for you for next month. Okay.
Ah. Pardon me. And it's been a wonderful afternoon here. Thank you for spending it with us.
Absolutely.
Don't forget, we'll be back next Thursday.
Okay, so it's for this month. Okay, all right.
Yes, because it's barely begun.
Well, the month is still young. Okay, let me get that. All right. Here. Okay, let's see what we've got for you, Estelle.
So our first card is the Seven of Coins.
See how fast he is? He just races up there.
And that's reversed. And then our next card is the King of Cups.
Chicken dinner, winner, winner.
Okay. And your King of Cups is upright. And then we have the Ten of Wands.
Ah. Okay, so this month, eh? So what was that, the seven? Is that the Seven of Coins?
Yes, it's
Boy,
reversed.
we're getting a lot of sevens lately. So, there's some worries this month, some burdens you feel you have. Estelle, it just seems as though, you're kind of bogged down with some stuff. Holiday season or this time of year can be like that. The King of Cups upright just kind of indicates to me that despite whatever's going on around you, you seem as though you're going to be in charge of your emotions. You're not going to let this stuff get the better of you.
You're metering your emotions pretty well. You're in control. There are things you care about a lot here. And because the image is a little different, I'm thinking this just suggests to you that your path is difficult, but you have support. You feel like you are moving somehow towards a goal, even if you have to have a level of support from others or from the situations. And then with the Seven of Coins, though reversed, you just feel that your message is saying you have to do something. You have to take what you have been working on and find a way to do something with it. And I'm suggesting that probably that's the movement we see here. That this card is different in this deck. Normally it presents sort of a stagnation or an imprisonment. I'm suggesting
The
this
10?
card, yes, but look at the image.
Oh, yeah, I see.
I'm suggesting it means you just need support. You need something to guide you. You need something to help move you or carry you.
Well,
or you're doing that for someone else.
Yeah, it just seems like this is a month where you're going to be slogging through. It's no time to take a back seat, though. If you want something to get done, if you want to accomplish something, you're going to have to do the work now. Now is time to do what you got to do to make things happen.
And that's why this interpretation is different, because this is what it means. Is
I'm
you
going
have
to
to
go
do
with
it.
my interpretation of that, Mr. O. And just say that it seems as though you can move mountains if you want to. If there's something obstructing you or holding you back or imprisoning you from your goal, it's time to move them.
That's what I said.
I never disagreed.
I didn't say you disagreed.
Do you think they can hear us?
Sunman, why are we whispering?
I don't even know what I'm having for dinner, Gina. We haven't even talked about dinner yet.
Well, I make dinner most of the time. How about if you make dinner?
Well, when I'm retired, I'll be making dinner a lot. I have plans. Somebody, I think it was a tarot lady on Twitter, said she was making a stuffed shell dish today. And you know what that made me think of? Those taco stuffed shells I used to do? Ah, they were so good.
We don't have any unfrozen
All right,
burger, do we?
Estelle, let me see what we've got with the Lenormand for you.
Yes, 2 more cards.
Well, isn't it funny? I was talking about the burdens, and what do I get? The anchor card to reinforce that. It seems, Estelle, that this is a month where you're going to feel kind of held back or held down by a number of commitments that you have. That's the anchor and the ring card, and it just seems as though some of the commitments are just holding you down a little bit.
It's a slow going, like I said here. It's just a slow going. And the thing is you need to figure out what you can do, what the commitments are that you need to do. And everything else you can probably let go for a month. But you have to follow through with what is necessary. And so that's why the spirits are saying stay in place and stick with it for now, even if the going is slow.
Yep. That's what we have for you, Estelle. And that's going to end our show.
Alrighty then.
Good luck with your month ahead, Estelle.
Good luck.
Seeing you. Glad we fit you in. And everybody who is here today, thanks for coming and being such a great chat room again. We so appreciate you all. And like the page, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll be back soon, Thursday night.
And we got a lot going on, so we'll tell you more about it next time.
Absolutely. So take care, everybody, and see you next time. Bye-bye.